You think you've got what it takes?
Ladies and gentlemen, ready for countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word, life that beats forever. That's my long time. And I'm here to say, it's something else.
2 decades have shaped the world.
Man, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
These go to 11.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Greetings from Scandinavia. Here we are at Rudskogen for the final round of the special stage Joker Series where we crown a champion. I am James Watson, joined as always by my broadcast partners, Joe LaCastro and Kobe Jordan. First of all, Joe, I'll come to you and say, what are you looking forward to for tonight?
Well, I'm looking forward to being back here on the special stage, that's for sure. I love Rudskogen. It's not the racetrack I get to see very often. I've been doing ovals left and left and left. I almost said left and right, but I've been doing ovals nonstop. So it's always good to get out there and see see these boys stretch their legs and make some right turns every once in a while.
Yeah, it's a really interesting circuit. It's unique. I like it, and I think it's really well suited for these GT4 cars. I think we're going to be in for a pretty nice show here with everything all to play for the most part. I think it's time for us to go ahead and get to our keys to the race. Commitment through the elevation changes. There is a lot of elevation change on the circuit that you need to contend with, especially through 3 and 4, which is a downhill sweeping right-hander that then goes up. So making sure that you're not carrying too much speed and risking slipping the rear of that car around is going to be difficult for a lot of these drivers.
Yeah, this change of elevation is it's something that requires you to understand that this is a full, this is a simulation. The weight of your car is going to drastically change as you go across that amount of height change in that short amount of distance, and that's going to affect your grip. So as the night goes on, as the afternoon, I guess, progresses here, the morning, it's only 8:34 sim time. As the morning progresses here and the asphalt gets hotter and hotter, I only expect that to become more and more of a consideration.
Absolutely. And your second key is traction management on corner exit, like we were just talking about. Trying to make sure you don't slide the rear, get them all kinds of heated up, and just ruin the car for the rest of the lap and the rest of the race. And the final key, tire temperature and pressure control. Continuing on from what we've been talking about all night so far, just making sure you keep them in the operating temperature. Not too cool, but not too hot. And that's going to wrap up the keys to the race. Right now, the fastest is Zach Amsbacher, over nearly 3.5 tenths over our points leader, Will Molesky.
Will Molesky's a points leader, but he's also doing pretty good here right now in practice, that's for sure.
Absolutely. So far, he's got himself a pretty nice cushion going into these final 2 races of the season. Joshua Heggie making his first run of the season. Josh, a very accomplished sports car racer in his own right, has won quite a bit in the ASRL sports car series and other road-going series that are in the same ecosystem as our own special stage series. You see Tommy Cook sighting. Wow, seeing Tommy at a road course, that's rare and awesome. Tommy, of course, will be the play-by-play man for the upcoming Dirt 200 series for a special stage starting on, I believe, November 7th? Let me double check that. Yep, November 7th at Knoxville. So, a few other faces that we haven't seen in a minute, like Greg Johnson.
All right.
All right, and it is time for qualifications. And it's time for us to figure out what to talk about as everyone completes their outlap.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the guys. You said there were a couple of names coming back here, and you mentioned Tommy Cook. Is he usually more of an oval guy, or is it just not usual to see him on a road situation?
Tommy is usually not racing to begin with. He's usually up in the booth, and Tommy doesn't fancy himself that good of a race car driver, but I think he's always too hard on himself. Whenever Tommy has an opportunity to get in, he does a great job. So it's cool seeing him back in the car for first time in some time, honestly.
All right. Well, that's going to be good to see. Then I'll have to keep my eyes on Tommy because I also consider myself not a very good race car driver. For having a rig and a setup, I haven't used it in weeks. So getting back out there, I feel a little bit of kinship with Tommy Cook tonight, being someone who likes to drive but doesn't drive very often.
Yeah, you're definitely on the more talking about people driving than doing the driving yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Give me that. Let me talk about you guys going around more than actually doing it. I ain't got the time for that. I got time for this.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I do both, even sometimes at the same time.
Now that's exciting.
Well, it's definitely that's definitely one way to refer to it. All right. Well, has everyone's, I believe, now started their Q laps? Go ahead and take a quick look at the points. Your points leader, of course, Will Molesky with a very healthy lead over Matt Slosser. Zach Almsbacher, Joe Schicchetti, and Joshua Gaiman round out the top 5. And then you have Zach Miller, David Brisky, Tom Wendt, Sean Winkler, and Joey Herbie rounding out the top 10. Yeah, CSV things doing CSV things that are messed up the graphic a little bit, but we have a good idea on what's going on, and that's the important thing.
Yeah, I think we know. Ooh. Watching quali here, and Colin McDonough just spun off the track.
That's not good. Meanwhile, Zach Almsbacher, first one to put in a time, a 1:28.133. Still continues to be on provisional pole as everyone finishing up their first flying laps. So we're on board with, I think this is Joe Schicchetti. Our second place points man, Matt Slosser, sitting in P3 so far with a 28.703.
.703, and where does that compare? Let's see, you said that was third place? So who's above him? Let's see here. Ooh. As we were talking here, Ant Meeperson manages to pull off a 1:28.492 to get into second place. So that moves down Schlosser one more spot.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Will Molesky, he's only 5th fastest right now on his first lap. As you see, Fidenzio Yzagiri having issues on his, I believe this is his second lap. Jarrell Williams goes up into P2. Slosser P2 now. There's big trouble for Jeff Basin. He was drifting through the downhill sweeper. That's going to kill his second lap. New quick time, Sean Winkler with a 127.8. Takes over
Wow.
positional pole from Amsbacher, dropping a 10th.5 on the Aston.
That's a beautiful time right there. Shooting to the top of the list.
Oh, big problems for Jarrell Williams on his second lap. That's going to end his qualifying. So we're looking at David Brisky. New quick time Ant Meat Person will take over the top spot. 27.615.
That's a full 2/10 faster right there.
Yeah, that is a mega lap time by Ant. Right now, our points leader still on his second lap, waiting to see if he will put his Mercedes back on pole like he's done for most of the season. So far, no other changes in times. I believe Will might be the last car on track. Okay, Went and Brisky are still doing their final laps.
Just a few more to go, though.
Yep, we are just about completed.
Only about 2.5 minutes left of qualifying overall.
All right, here we go. Molesky crosses the line. He does not improve. Interesting. That's gonna shake things up. Yeah, that second lap of Molesky did not count. He got an X somewhere, which means he's gonna have a little bit of work to do, but considering that he's gone front to back in most of the weeks this season, I don't think he's going to have much issues with that, as we're going to go ahead and take our first break of the night, and we will be back with our starting grid.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Alrighty, and we are back and with you with our starting lineup. Your pole sitter, Ant Me Person, sharing the front row with the 720 of Sean Winkler. Zach Umspacher in the 22, and our fearless leader, Matt Schlosser, in the 400 on row 2. Darrell Williams and Joshua Hege on row 3. Will Molesky and Zach Miller, row 4. Joe Schicchetti in the 11, and Greg Johnson in the 150, rounding out the top 10. And take it away, Joe.
You got it. Moving on to 11th, it's Colin McDonough in 11th place with Joey Herbie in 12th on the 6th row. 7th row starts with Tom Wendt. 13th and 14th goes to David Brisky. 15th, Aaron Mitchell. 16th, Chris Lunan. 17th, Jeff Beeson. 18th, Fidencio Izagiri, 3rd. And 19th, Tommy Cook.
Alrighty, we are waiting for everyone to finish getting on the grid. Oh, God bless Tommy. For those who don't know, Tommy Cook said, "I'm here for two things, to crash and then crash even harder."
No, at least we know what his goals are.
Yeah, God bless Tommy Cook, my broadcast partner for many a series, including for the upcoming Dirt 200 series. As we are just about to go green here, we got the short pace lap, thank God.
That's right. Phew.
And here we go. Ant Me Person leads us to the green flag. Green means go. We're underway at Rudskogen. A good jump. Oh, already some contact between Umspacher and Winkler. And here we go. This turn 1 is not for the faint of heart. Not a whole lot of room to deal with. So far, everyone making it through clean and green.
That's a big carousel turn there.
Oh, yeah. Just you wait, buddy. Here we go. Down into the downhill sweeper. Oh, we got someone going around.
That's Winkler.
Oh, it's Winkler. And another car spinning off. Can't quite see who it is.
Brisky, no, not Brisky, but that was Winkler who went off there.
So yeah, I swear I saw 2 sets of tire smoke, but I guess my eyes must be playing tricks on me.
There were 2 cars. I didn't get the second one either, but there were
Winkler,
2 cars.
Oh, and one of the other Porsches of Zach Miller.
Zach Miller. There we go.
Oh boy, that was one of the better rejoins we've seen this season. Good lordy. All right. Oh, problems for Jeff Basin again.
Watching the replay here in the way back machine. There we go through the turn. Big self spin there for the Mercedes.
Yeah, it makes sense for the rear of the Porsche to be a bit temperamental, but it's weird to see Basin struggling with the rear of the Mercedes. It should be pretty gripped up. As you see, Ant Me Person already out to an almost 2-second lead. Ant is just running away with this so far. Molesky up to 4th. There was a bit of a lock-up from Brisky going into the downhill sweeper. This track is very, like I said, it's very unique. It's got a weird flow to it. There's a lot of hairpins. Well, a couple hairpins, but a lot of big sweeping corners and a lot of chicanes. Like it's oops, all sweepers and chicanes. So we got a replay of, looks like Chris Lunan. Oh, around goes Chris. Chris has got a little meme on the back of the car, but I forget what it is. I gotta look at it.
Yeah.
So we're looking on Zach Amsbacher.
Yep. Sucker's up. He's wide. Ooh, very wide there.
Yeah.
We're back live now.
So the thing on the back of Chris Lunen's car is you're driving behind someone who did not practice.
That sounds like a bumper sticker I should have on my car.
Chris Lunen, of course, one of the top. Oh, Amsbacher going around! P2. Oh, he gets hit by Joshua Higgy. Oh my goodness, that is big. That is P2 in the race and P3 of points. Joshua Higgy, that Mustang is demolished.
What a massacre. Oh my gosh.
No kidding.
We gotta see that again.
There
he goes around.
Well, yeah. Molesky and Schlosser going, oh! Zach tries to get out of the way, but drives right into the path of Higgy. Oh, Greg Johnson has gone around.
Yep, well, that's another name. Here we go.
Oof, man, this lap has really gone topsy-turvy.
Yeah, it's claimed a couple of names. Just this one lap.
Yeah, around goes the Mustang. Oh, good avoidance by Tom Wendt, not to team.
Yeah.
Avoiding the Mustang on Mustang violence. Saw a chance to hit the Mustang and was like, just say nay. Thank you, I'll be here all week. Someone going way off into the gravel. It's Joe Cicchetti. Meanwhile, you see Jarrell Williams side by side with Molesky. Yeah, that is a big moment for Cicchetti. Lost the rear bumper of that Ford.
Yeah, he's on vacation. Wow.
Can't quite see it, but yeah, he just... That is weird. It's like the footage glitched out on us, but yeah, tough times.
Medium hard hit into the back wall there.
Yeah,
he lost his back bumper in the process.
As you see Schlosser trying to do everything he can to hold Molesky behind. Trying to get any sort of gain on the points leader.
It's going to be an uphill climb, man. It's an uphill climb, man. That's a 6-second climb between Mieperson and Schlosser right now.
Yeah, Ant has just said goodbye.
Whoa, fast mover
Molesky, there. Big send into the corner. He's going to get it.
Ooh, double overtake.
Yeah,
Jarrell Williams also sneaking in there with the pass.
Yeah, they just flipped by Schlosser almost like he was standing still. It's not a good corner for the Aston as he sees the Merc and the Mustang start to pull away. It looks like Zach Amsbacher might have towed. He's a lap down. Joshua Higgy, surprisingly, is still out on track.
Still out there, still kicking it. After a pretty good impact, Higgy's missing the whole front of his car.
Yeah. He's driving a modified out here.
Oh, that's it for Higgy. That's it for Higgy. His car just exploded going uphill.
Wow.
His engine just exploded going up that hill. Watch for the smoke. Watch for the fire and brimstone right here.
And there's the magic smoke being lit out of that Mustang. Oh, poor
Awful.
Hiki. It's gonna be
That's gonna
one
be
heck
the
of a
night.
run. Yeah. Well, thankfully for Josh, he is gonna end up with the outside pole for the invert for race 2 tonight. But I think Joshua would rather have a top 5 or something instead.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we all would.
So we got a
What an
little further
unfortunate
in the
drive there.
field. Battle with the Porsches. McDonough and Winkler side by side through some of these quarters. I didn't think you could go side by side. Winkler gonna clear for now. McDonough's got Herbie all over the back of him as all of them are trying to chase down Aaron Mitchell. Whoa, that got close between Brisky and Miller. Oh, there's contact!
Well, let's see if it goes back. They're going to drive like they don't care now.
Yeah, Brisky with a really bad exit. But the power of that Mustang is pulling away from the Porsche. I tell you, this turn 1-2 complex, it's kind of like the 1 and 2 at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, but just kind of worse because the slowdown is really sensitive on the inside. If you get a little too much of that green AstroTurf, it's going to trigger a pretty hefty slowdown that's not easy to get rid of. And then the track kind of dips away at the exit, similar to the sweeper right after. But it also has a pretty big slowdown on the exit runoff. So you don't want to get too far wide, otherwise you gotta deal with that. So meanwhile, while this battle is going on, Sean Winkler gets by Aaron Mitchell.
He makes the pass, and Miller makes the pass on Bursky.
All kinds of battles going on right here.
Or Brisky, excuse me.
As McDonough trying to see if he can follow his fellow Porsche by the Beamer. Lesky is making some ground up on me person, but not enough to really challenge. It's about around 5 seconds. So Brisky has got to take off a lot more time if he's going to have an opportunity here in the next less than 9 minutes.
Yep, we got less than half a race to go.
Yeah. These two have dropped saucer.
David Brisky just having a little bit of trouble right now closing the deal. He's got the Ford Mustang car out, and he's trying to take advantage of that car's top line speed, but he's just not able to with all of these turns and all the braking and starting and stopping that we've got to do. The Mustang is just, it's sort of keeping up, but it's having some serious trouble capitalizing when its momentum isn't just in a straight line.
Yeah, and now he's going to be under fire by another Mustang. Oh, Greg Johnson goes around again. Not sure what happened to the 150. See, battling with Yuzagiri. It just makes contact and ships the Mustang out. I don't know if there was neck code or not. I swear I saw a little bit of a gap. Meanwhile, Colin McDonough's gone around.
More and more names going around here.
No kidding. Almost everyone in this track has had some sort of spin. Except, of course, for our race leader, Ant B. Person. 4.5 seconds out is a big. There's the replay of the big slide for McDonough. Able to hold on to it. Cost him a spot to Joey Herbie in the process. So far, the closest battle on the racetrack is this Herbie Mitchell fight. Herbie trying to get himself into P7.
Can he do it? Herbie sitting pretty in 8th right now.
He gained a lot of time there through the sweeper.
He's one of 4 Fords in the top 10.
Well, there he is. He's to the inside of the BMW. Mitchell gonna pull him though. Downhill braking. Ooh, look like the best corner for Mitchell. It's gonna cost him time and give Herbie the run. But he still keeps the Mustang at bay for now.
And right now, as these guys get ready to cross the 5-minute mark, we've got...
Oh no!
Ooh, we got some action.
More contact with Yuzagiri and Greg Johnson.
Oh no.
See another coming together between these two.
Wow.
Yeah, once again, just looks like both times it just looks like Yuzagiri was about to go off, so he just made a hard maneuver to get back on the track and just ends up hooking Johnson into the off the track both times. That is really frustrating if you're Greg Johnson.
Yeah. But you gotta shake it off.
Yeah, I don't know how much more that Mustang is able to shake off though at this point. As we see Winkler caught up to Tom Lent. Winkler, our front row man, continuing the comeback after his lap 1 spin.
Whoop.
Winkler not quite close enough to make a move into the sweeper here. Oh, but he went a great center of the corner. Made up a lot of ground on Lent.
Yeah, Sean Winger's trying, you know. There's not a lot of great opportunities for passes here. There's some spots, but everything's built for this dive to the inside. That's your real passing option. And so far, he's sent one almost every place you'd expect to see one get sent.
Like right there.
Yeah.
You know that Have went looking in the mirror. Great traction for that Porsche. Is all over the back as we come out of the final corner. Meanwhile,
this has been the race to watch here.
Absolutely, is Big run for the Porsche. Winkler jumps out, dives to the inside, and gonna make the business decision, move Winkler back into the top 5. As we have 2 laps to go here for race 1 of the Grand Prix of Norway.
The Grand Prix of Norway. I like that.
Yeah. Winkler trying to pull away. Meanwhile, the Herbie Mitchell battle continues.
There we go. Sighted. Like prey. That's the situation that Sean Winkler finds himself in, because Tom Wendt probably doesn't appreciate being passed. And he's sitting directly behind him. He still is in competition range. Maybe not for the end of this race, but it would take some serious messing up for Winkler, I think, to give any possibility to Tom. But stranger things have happened.
Absolutely, as we got the white flag. 1 lap to go here at Rudskogen. Ant Me Person with a 5-second advantage over the points leader, and I think champion-elect if he can hold on to this position. Ant Me Person, just a dominant performance here in race 1. Not even touched from turn 1 on.
Not even touched.
Meanwhile, Herbie almost got side by side with the BMW, but Mitchell able to hold strong. As now Colin McDonough is up into the fray as well. That Porsche seems to have a lot of speed here at Rudskogen.
Here we go with Sean Winkler. Watching now. He's back on the road after a brief respite.
Meanwhile, taking the checker flag, Ant Me Person wins race 1 at Rudskogen.
Love it.
Is out of the final corner. Herbie gonna try the drag race. He's not gonna be close enough. Give P7 to Aaron Mitchell.
Very good run. Ant Meeperson, just an absolute clinic on how to race this track in this car. And I'm looking forward to this next stint, because in this next heat, I want to see how they do working from the back to the front again.
Absolutely. As Ant burns it down, we're gonna go ahead and take another break, and we will be back with the starting lineup for race 2.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Ready for countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word, life that beats forever, that's my long time. And I'm here to say, it's something else.
2 decades have shaped the world.
Man, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
These go to 11.
Alrighty, and we are back in time for the starting grid of the final race of the Joker Season 2. Your starting lineup / reversal of the finishing results from Race 1. Zach Amsbacher in the 22 and Joshua Higgy in the 7 on row 1. Greg Johnson in the 150 and Jeff Basin in the 321 on row 2. Fidenzio Yizagiri in the 35 and Joe Cicchetti in the 11 on row 3. Chris Lunan and Tommy Cook on row 4. David Brisky in the 019 and Zach Miller in the 44, rounding out the top 10. Take it away, Joe.
All right. You got it. Moving right along to the 11th spot, Colin McDonough with Joey Irby in 12th. 13th, Aaron Mitchell. 14th, Tom Wendt. 15th, Sean Winkler. 16th, Matt Schlosser. 17th, Jarrell Williams. 18th, Will Molesky. And 19th, your winner of the first race, Ant Meeperson.
Alrighty, and we're starting to pull away and get ready for the last 20 minutes of the season.
Bring it on.
Trying to get the last
What we've seen so
bit of
far is-
tire heat. Go on, Joe.
Yep. I was just going to say, what we've seen so far is in the last 20 minutes is that it's going to be an exciting 20 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially seeing our race winners trying to see if they can cut through traffic. And one last time, Zach Amsbacher will lead us to the green flag. Green means go. We are back underway at Rudskogen. Already going to be 3 wide here going into turn 1. Cicchetti backs out of it. Amsbacher will take the lead. Clean.
We're still 3 wide.
So far. Oh, big wiggle for Higgy. He's having to hold on to it. Here comes Greg Johnson with a run now. Dives to the inside of the 7. Oh, big sideways for Yizagiri. Oh, the Basin goes around. McDonough goes around. Oh, but that's it. So somehow no one hit any of these spinning cars. No idea how. Oh, Chris Lunan also had issues as well. And Basin goes around again.
Oh.
There's no wing on that Mercedes.
That's not pretty.
No, it's not.
2 spins and in nearly as many turns.
Yeah, I think that might be a race over for Jeff Basin, unfortunately. Yeah, I think he just... Oh, and that was Matt Schlosser who hit him. Hard to say how much damage the 400 has, though. He's still running 13th. 8 seconds off the... Oh, no! Contact with Williams and Wendt. Oh, spins it around right in front of Chris Luna, and lucky for Luna not to hit him. As Molesky trying to battle around the outside of Mitchell. Oh, Zach Miller going off in the back as this battle wages on, and someone going off in front. Now, I think that was still Zach Miller. We just switched camera angles.
Well, there's a pretty interesting battle happening right now. And that's the battle between Ant Meeperson and David Brisky.
Yeah, Brisky holding off the race 1 winner pretty well.
Oh.
Got the Mustang trio trying to do battle. Johnson with a bit of a mistake. Lit Hege by. Lit Cicchetti by. I think he might have got a slowdown for his trouble. Issues for Izagiri once again. Coming out of the
Looking
corner.
here.
Around goes.
Oh! Yeah, that was just not conducive to a good time.
No, it's not. Some Mustang trio has turned into a Mustang quartet as Tommy Cook on the scene.
We talked about Cook earlier. He's usually not racing, but he's here tonight, and right now he's the 5th place.
Yeah, a fantastic run for Tommy Cook is, Cicchetti goes wide. That's exactly what Hege wants to see in his mirror, is gives him an opportunity to pull away a little bit and starting to reel Zach Amsbacher in. I believe Tom Wendt might have towed. He's now 1 lap down.
It looks like it is. I mean, he's not putting down any lap times right now.
Side by side, a little up ahead. Mitchell and Slosher. Meanwhile, Sean Winkler's got by Tommy Cook. Whatever ground Hege was making up on Amsbacher, it's now the opposite. Zach has stretched the lead out to almost 2 seconds.
It's going to keep stretching. I got a feeling he's going to have to work for every single inch that he makes up between Amsbacher and himself over the course of these next 15 minutes here.
Oh, contact!
Major!
Winkler gets into Johnson. Great hit by Molesky and Brisky and Mitchell. Oh my goodness. And Johnson tows.
Wow, Johnson couldn't tell what was going on there. I think he was trying to get off the track, but he ended up backing up across the entire track and cutting off the track for oncoming drivers. A little, probably accidentally there.
Yeah, as you see Winkler with the big dive. Unfortunately, big dive into Greg sends him around. Greg tries to move, gets into Molesky, then tries to back up right as Brisky and I believe Mitchell were trying to go around, and yeah, just all kinds of unfortunate and disappointing for Greg.
Yeah. When you're in that kind of situation, I mean, he was facing oncoming traffic. He saw cars coming, and he still said, I can make this turn. Nah, you just got to tow. You either tow or just sit there and just wait for the cars to go around you. But don't try to be a hero when you've got cars barreling down on you.
Yeah, because the thing about that is the car that's oncoming is already making, the moment they see you, they make the decision on where they're gonna go. And so
Yeah.
they're already committed to that decision. And it's usually the spot that the car is not encompassing. So if you try to move out of the way, you always end up encompassing the space that they're aiming for, which unfortunately causes a moment like that.
Yeah, better to just not move. And I can confirm it. Greg Johnson is out of the race for tonight. He is going to be done.
Yeah, that is just a disappointing night for Greg. Caught up in a lot of things that were not his fault. As Lunan looking to the inside of Brisky. Jeff Basin has officially retired from the race.
Yep. That's 2 down.
Oh, close quarters combat between the Mustangs. Brisky wins out for now, but not able to take the best of lines because of the defensive line he had to take.
Oh,
Lunan trying to take advantage.
almost did too.
Yeah.
Almost.
Well, a little bit of a slip for Brisky. Will that open the door? Lunan's there, has to back out. See
Man,
what
he's
kind of
right
run
there.
Yeah, just ever closer and closer. What kind of run is Lunan gonna get?
A lot of respect right now between the two drivers over the driver radio. They're enjoying this back and forth pod race right here.
And it's awesome to see, you know, a far cry from some of the angry radio chatter that we see on some races time and time again. It's great to hear compliments like that.
Yeah, good racing. That's what we want to hear. Good racing.
Meanwhile, up front, Higgy is flirting with the rear of Amsbacher, only a few tenths behind the race leader. So far, Winkler and Me-Person not making the ground you would have expected.
Yeah, kind of expected at this point in the race, with less than 10 minutes to go, that Meeperson would be putting just and he's moved up 14 places. Don't get me wrong, we need to see some more heat.
Yeah, just flame a little too low right now.
Yeah, it's too slow. It's cooking too slow.
He maybe looking for a set, not quite. So far holding much better line through this set of corners than Amsbacher. Meanwhile, Matt Schlosser went off into the sweeper, but still battling side by side with Williams. Oh, he dives around the outside. Going cross-eyed, try to monitor this battle, monitor the Schlosser-Williams Herbie battle. Good battling all and up and down this track.
Yeah. Like we said at the top of this race,
Williams
the previous race was all action.
Sorry to cut you off, Joe, but Williams sent it to the inside of Herbie, and he's gonna get it. Does Herbie have a slowdown? No, just lost a lot of pace on that corner, giving up the spot to Schlosser as well. Miller trying to follow through. Herbie
Miller
just
with a
making
pass.
his decision. Yeah, let these three go by. As we look back onto the race leaders, seems like the first sector, Amsbacher has a pretty hefty pace advantage over the Mustang, but everywhere else, Higi seems to run him down. But Amsbacher fast in the corners he needs to be fast in to hold on to the lead.
And then, ooh, almost unsettling there for Zach Miller, flying through the chicanes right now. The 44 trying his best. Has some interesting challenges to overcome here himself during this race. Now sitting exactly where he started, 10th. That's where Zach Miller is currently living. Oh no, behind Zach Miller, Joey Herbie goes off way far.
That's unfortunate for Herbie, as meanwhile, Winkler with the send on Cicchetti. Can't do it. And now Me Person lurks behind. So there goes Mitchell around Joey Herbie getting the position. Winkler all over the back of Cicchetti, trying to get the last spot on the podium. Great defense by Cicchetti, but here comes Winkler to the outside. Sean Winkler going the long way around. Can he do it? Ooh. Can't clear, but he's got a great run off of the corner, and he clears now. And here comes Me Person. Cicchetti going wide, hangs to the outside of Me Person, but backs off and lets Me Person clear for P4. Meanwhile, these two have 4.5 seconds to eliminate to catch up to Amsbacher.
4.5 seconds in 4.5 minutes almost here. Well, 4 minutes and 50 seconds, but close enough.
Yeah, which means gonna need multiple seconds a lap to catch up to Amsbacher, which does not seem likely at this point.
Here's the Iron Brew car.
And so the race one winner trying to at least get back on the podium. Try to make it a double podium to go along with that race win.
Yeah,
oh, McDonough spins off into the gravel.
Oh, man.
Oh, little half spin again. The rear tires of that Porsche are gone now. Ooh, it's like got a little tripped up with the Beamer. Aaron Mitchell having his own issues and lost it trying to avoid running into Aaron. That is unfortunate for Colin McDonough. Tommy Cook continues to hold Jarrell Williams at bay. As your sponsorship here, Mustang continues to hold off the other Mustanger, Jarrell Williams. Meanwhile, Joshua Higi, you could almost hardly any space in between these two cars. See Williams and
wow.
Cook and Tommy making the business decision. Around goes Williams.
And Williams now up 10 from where he started. Looking good. Staying just a little bit ahead of Tommy Cook and Matt Schlosser. But Williams has enough of a ways to go. He's got a 5-second gap between himself and Molesky.
Oh,
So
no,
he's-
Tommy goes
Ooh!
around. Oh,
Right
no!
behind him.
Oh, my goodness. Rejoin almost collecting Zach Miller. Zach able to avoid. Tommy will give up another few spots to Miller and Herbie.
I gotta stop looking at cars I want to do well.
I know, right? Whoa. Zach Miller needs a Miller after that near miss.
Huh. I don't blame him. I would too. That's needs something to bring the nerves down a little bit.
As we got 2 laps to go here in Norway. Joshua Higgy giving everything Zach Amsbacher can handle. Little slip for Higgy will cost him some time. Been pressuring that Aston Martin all race long. Going way wide, Higgy is. Curious to see what Zach gonna do for his pace. I don't think it helped. Is Amsbacher gonna take the white flag? 1 lap to go in Joker Season 2. Can Amsbacher hold off Higgy? Can Winkler hold off Me Person? I think that rough final corner for Higgy might have been the dagger. Got a lot of pace in these corners, but not enough to be able to make the move done on the Aston.
Just not enough to seal the deal, unfortunately. As there's no more time left to seal it. It's game over, folks, and how the cards lie is how they're going to be scored.
Well, Higgy made up so much ground in the center, but had to overdrive the corner for it and lost time on the exit. Couple corners to go. Oh, you see that Higgy lighting up the rears of that Mustang, giving it everything he's got, but it's not going to be enough. Coming out of the final corner. The final checker flag of the season is going to go to Amsbacher. Zach Amsbacher wins at Rudskogen. Winkler will bring home the last spot on the podium. Me Person in P4. Cicchetti, P5. And Will Molesky will come across the line to officially become the Special Stage Joker Season 2 champion. Will Molesky, your champion for Season 2.
Congratulations, Will Molesky. What a run, what a season, and what a way to cap it off with a fantastic 1-2 punch here. Made his way up to 6th place, and that's all he needed, folks. All he needed to take away the crown.
Yep, a dominant season for Will Molesky with, I believe, 3 weak sweeps on the season. Matt Schlosser tabulating the final points as we speak. Why he does that, we're going to go ahead and take a break ourselves, and we'll be back with the podium finishers and the official final points as well.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
You think you've got what it takes?
Ladies and gentlemen, ready for countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word life will be forever. That's a mighty long time. But I'm here to tell you, it's something else.
2 decades have shaped the world.
Man, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
These go to 11.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Alrighty, and we are back, and we'll go ahead and start off with the final point standings for this season. Your champion, Will Molesky from Matt Slosser and Zach Amsbacher, the top three. Joe Cicchetti and Zach Miller round out the top 5. Sean Winkler, Joshua Gaiman, David Brisky, Ant McPherson, and Tom went the top 10. Joey Herbie, Colin McDonough, Tom Mahimis, Aaron Mitchell, Travis Fleming, Fidenzio Yizagiri, Brandon Carl, Jarrell Williams, Rob Campbell, and Victor Aldridge. Alright, let's get started with our podium interviews. First off, Joe is going to talk to our Race 1 winner, Ant McPherson.
Hello, Ant. Can you hear us up here?
Yes, I can. Hello.
Hello. Hey, congratulations. We're talking a little bit about your first place finish in that first race, and then I want to touch base on the second race a little bit. But that first race, man, you really took it away and just managed to stay out there in front. Was that just kind of the strategy going in, get out there early and hold on to the lead?
Honestly, I thought I'd be like bottom of top 5 based on practice pace, but I just pulled a really good quality lap out of my ass. Second lap and pole. And then I jumped the start a little. I went early because I was just not holding a good pace and just said bugger it. But that worked out, and I pulled a good gap at the start, and I could just manage it from there. Will gave me a little bit of a scare because he was reeling me in slowly, but just not quick enough.
Yeah. And you managed to manage that lead very, very well. And then in the second race, you had to come obviously all the way up from the back. But there was a point in the second race where I kind of called you out a little bit. It was about 10 minutes in. I said, you know what it feels like? It feels like Ant just needs just a little more heat in the old campfire there. He needs just a little more oomph. And I think you started to find it, but didn't quite get up past 4th place there. What do you think held you back a little bit toward the second half of the second race?
Well, there was a while where both Sean ahead of me and I were reeling in the leaders, and I thought, well, we're probably going to lose more time if we start fighting each other, so just probably hold station for a bit, see how much ground we can make up. And we got to, who was it, and ended up coming 5th, I believe. I haven't got the name up. But we got past, it was Joe, and by the time we got that done, it was like 4 minutes left, and Zach and Josh, I think, were 4 seconds up the road, and we weren't catching them. So I tried to reel Sean back in, but I think I was pushing a little too hard and was overheating the rears.
Gotcha. Well, it does look like that might have been the sort of straw that broke the camel's back in terms of getting you guys to catch up to those guys up there in the front, but you still managed to eke out a 4th place finish in the second race, which wasn't too bad overall. Anyone you want to shout out to or thank for your performance tonight?
Well, you guys for the broadcast, first off. And Matt for setting up this league. It's been good fun. Nice, clean racing, and that extends to everyone who's been racing in these leagues. It's been good fun. A lot of respect's been given. Little mistakes from here time to time, but that's always going to happen.
All right. Hey, thank you very much for your time then, everybody. That was Ant McPherson, the first place finisher in race 1, 4th place in race 2. And Ant, we look forward to, that's the end of the season. So hopefully I'll get to call another race and talk to you. Yep, I'll see you in the next one, hopefully there, man. Take care.
You too.
All right. Gonna slide Ant down there, and we're gonna slide right into talking to the 3rd place finisher, I believe, Sean Winkler, who finished the most recent race we just had here in 3rd place. Let me pull him up here and say hello. Sean Winkler, can you hear us? Yeah, I'm guessing that's a yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
Perfect timing.
Good to be here.
Glad to have you, my friend. Glad to have you. Congratulations on that 3rd place finish there at the end of race 2. In race 1, you managed to get up to 5th place. Race 2, though, you got up to 3rd. Not bad. You were a driver that it seems like you had a target painted on you a little bit tonight. There were a couple times that you got bumped a little bit, and I was wondering, is this going to be it for him? And you managed then to avoid it. Tell me a little bit about what was going through your mind there.
Yeah, I kind of black out during the races, so I try not to think. I mean, I only got 3 brain cells up there anyway, so they're all focused on just driving. There's not a lot of extra thinking when I'm out there. But the first race, I kind of self-inflicted pain there on cold tires, looped it around, went from second to last, but just tried to knife my way back through the field. Yes, we got to 5th, and then in that second moto there, starting 15th, just tried to be a little more patient and let kind of things play out in front of you and take advantage of the gaps when you could. Sorry to Greg Johnson, I tried to make a pass on the inside on the right-hander down there at the bottom of the hill, and I think we had a little tap there, and I tried to straighten him back out, but it didn't really work out, so sorry to him. But yeah, overall pretty happy with the finish.
All right. And hey, overall on the season, how'd you do? I didn't memorize the season list there, and maybe our producer, Kobe, could pull it back up here. We could take a look. But how do you think you did?
Yeah, that makes 2 of us, Joe. I don't know. I didn't do a whole lot of these. I did maybe like 3 or something of them, not a ton, because I didn't have a lot of free time. But I tried to do the best I could in all the races. So wherever I finish is where I'm finished, and I'll be happy with that. But I know that some of those guys were out there battling. Ant Meeperson, he's fast as heck, man. He was hard to hold off there in that second race. I mean, I was holding that half-second, 3/4 second gap back there, and I could just feel him catching up, and then I'd pull away a little bit. So he was really giving me a lot of pressure, and it was good driving out there by everybody.
Absolutely. Well, I'll give you a little bit of a hint here, Sean. You finished 6th overall in the season with 10 starts out of everyone here. So not bad in the top 10. Looking good.
Thank you. Yeah, that feels good. Top 10, I'll take that. Top 6, even better. So yeah,
yes, sir.
Good, all things considered. Yeah.
All righty. Yeah, no problem, man. Anyone you want to shout out to or thank for your performance tonight?
Oh, yeah. Well, I want to thank Racecraft Academy, Real Broker, Next Level Racing, and you guys for putting on this awesome broadcast. It'll be fun to watch this one back. I really enjoy it. All the fans in the stands watching. Appreciate you guys tuning in, making this a fun one. And yeah, thanks to Matt for putting on this league. Awesome league. His Pro Light Truck League's fun, so I've done a couple of these. They're great. He really puts on a good program here, so it's fun to race these races with these guys. So yeah, thanks a lot.
Hell yeah. All right, my friend. That was Sean Winkler, your 3rd place finisher in the 2nd race tonight. Sean, take care. Hey, you have a good rest of your week, and hopefully I'll talk to you again soon, man.
Yeah, you have a better one. See ya.
I will. Take care. All right, that was Sean Winkler. Let's go ahead and move him on down, and then we will get right back around. I'm going to pass the microphone back over to James Watson, who is going to talk to some more finishers of tonight's races.
Yes, sir. We'll talk to our race winner from race 2, Zach Amsbacher. Zach, James in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, James, what's up?
Well, heck of a run for you tonight. Took everything you had to hold off Higgy. He was giving you all you could handle, but you did not succumb to the pressure.
Yeah, it was definitely tough. I kind of expected to have a little bit of an easier race starting up front on the invert, but yeah, he definitely had the pressure on me. And after my race 1 spin going up through the S's, I backed the pace off through there, and that's where every lap he would just catch me going up into turn 9. So I just had to not let that get to me, and just, I had a really good turn 1 going in the last turn especially, so just cater to my strengths and not let him, get inside of me or anything.
Yeah, what happened with that spin?
Ant Maperson, shout out to him. He put in a really good qualifying lap. I think he was 0.3 faster than his practice pace. So I kind of just kept my cool on the cold tires there. And then lap 2, he was pulling away. So I dropped my brake bias 1%. And that's, I don't know. I didn't spin out all of practice or qualifying, and that's all it took. The car just did not like that going in the S's. It just came right out, and unfortunately got stopped right in the racing line when it came to a stop. So sorry to anybody that messed up the race there.
Yeah, ironically enough, it was Higgy who team-boned you after that, but you're still able to hold him off. Just take us through how difficult it is trying to get through this track while having someone just breathing on your neck all race long like that.
It's mentally tough just because of how loose it is. I don't know how the other cars were, but for the Aston Martin, this was definitely our loosest race of the year. Which, loose is fast as long as you don't spin it like you saw I did in race 1 there. But, when somebody gets real close to you, it makes you want to push it a little bit or, think you got to do something different, but you just got to stay stay disciplined and not let that car get away from you, because all it takes is just a little slip up and it's going to go around on you. This track is very tough, especially in the S's and that big long right-hander in turn 3.
Yeah, well, you did a phenomenal job holding on to it in race 2, bringing home the win. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, big shout out to TG Power Sports for supporting the race team. Shout out to Matt Slosher for running the league. He puts on some really good stuff here. And also shout out to Matt Slosher as a driver. He did a really good job all season. And he was in the same car as me. He did a nice job with the ass and just being consistent and not spinning out like I did a couple times. So.
Alrighty, well, we appreciate you, Zach, and hopefully we're talking to you again next season.
Yep, thanks to everybody inside lane. See you, James.
Alrighty, there's our race 2 winner, and now time to talk to the man of the hour, the man of the season, Will Molesky, your runner-up from race 1 and our champion. Will, James in the booth, you got a copy.
Hey, James, how's it going?
Oh, it's going good. Well, first of all, take us through your night. It was, all things considered, pretty quiet night for you there.
Yeah, not too bad. First race, I kind of worked my way up slowly. There was a couple incidents to get around, and then just couldn't catch Ant. We were kind of going lap for lap. I think I had a tenth or so of pace on him, maybe on average, but not enough to close that gap once once we stopped battling back there. So I think it was like, I don't know, 4 minutes left, and I was like, all right, just bring it home, don't spin it. Race 2 was wild. That track is incredible. It's so difficult, so slippery, so technical. So it was, just kind of avoiding people. Aaron gave me a great battle on my way up, and then unfortunately, down at the bottom of the hill, the hairpin, someone had spun and just pulled forward slightly. I thought about going around the outside, but they were facing me, so I took a risk and it didn't pay off. So I had a little bit of front end damage. Steering wheel was a little skewed, but totally drivable. All in all, happy with the night. Came out alive, finished both races, so that was my goal.
Yeah, and you did what you needed to clinch the championship. Take us through the story of your season and everything you had to go through to bring home the title and the epic crochet championship trophy.
Yeah, the whole season was fantastic. Daytona was incredible. I just had a ton of space on there, a ton of pace. I love Daytona, so I was really happy that was the first race. Did really well. It was clean, consistent. The second race that we did, Silverstone, was really tough on me. Just kept heating up the rear tires, and had some great battles, made a few mistakes, a couple spins. So, got me concerned for the rest of the season, but, we were able to pull it out in the end. Every race got more and more difficult as I think as everyone got a little bit more comfortable with the tires and the GT4 cars. So, let's just look at the last race. I didn't, they had my number tonight. So just always did my best. Great racing with everybody. Matt running me to the line, multiple races, multiple Friday nights. It was just a lot of fun. Really, really enjoyed it.
Yes, sir, and we enjoyed watching you bring home the championship. Finally, my friend, any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you'd like to give tonight?
Same as always, just want to thank you guys up in the booth for putting it on. Thanks to everyone at home watching, friends, family. Means a lot just to come out and watch us just have a good time on a Friday night. Matt and everyone for coming out and racing, not making it easy on me at all. Look forward to a couple of the next seasons. Looks like we're going to be in some different cars, maybe some dirt. So see what we can do. I know those guys are real good when it gets slippery, so I'm going to try my best.
Alrighty, well, from one Joker champion to another, I congratulate you, and hopefully we're talking to you again next season, Will.
Hope so. Thanks so much, guys.
Alright, there is your man of the season, Will Molesky, Season 2 champion. And with that, it's time we get the heck on out of here. Things are momentarily coming to an end here for us on Inside Lane Productions for a special stage, but we will likely be back at some point. And now we get ready to start the Dirt 200 series and the return of the special stage Pro Truck series on Monday, November 3rd. For that, let me talk to my broadcast partner one last time. Joe, what are your thoughts on tonight's race and the closing of the season? At least from where what you've seen with us.
Well, I'm going to echo what I've been usually saying is I'm just glad to be here. I love Special Stage. I enjoy the road races these guys have put on, and the couple of races I've seen this season have been a lot of fun. Congrats to the winners, to the champion here, Will Molesky. And I'm watching it, just the points. I can see that he had a dominant season, and I'm sure that even with that dominant season, looking at over the board, everyone put in some serious effort. I want to come back. I want to do some more. So if I get a chance to, I'll hopefully get a chance to call some more Special Stage here in the future. And in the meantime, I just want to say thanks for having me along for the ride, James.
Yes, sir. It's been a lot of fun having you here the last couple weeks, Joe. And it's been a lot of fun being a part of this, and we will return, but it's time for us to go away for the night. So for Joe LaCastro and Kobe Jordan, I'm James Watson, and we bid you adieu from Joker Season 2. Have a good night, everyone.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.